Is there a generational curse? What does the Bible say about this so-called generational curse? Well, today I want to talk with you about this topic, which may often seem distant but actually touches our lives directly. The generational curse is a biblical term that may sound heavy, but from now on, you will get to know deeply how this can help us understand some of the challenges we face in our daily lives. So if you enjoy content about Christian spirituality and biblical knowledge, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the upcoming content because we have videos every day. In the Bible, the concept of generational curse appears frequently, indicating that the sins or failures of one generation can impact the following ones. Biblical stories are rich with examples of how the mistakes of parents can be repeated by their children. Do you remember the story of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, where we see deception and distrust repeating through several generations? In this context, if the parents of a family have a history of anxiety, for example, their children might feel inclined to this behavior. Think about it. How many of us carry emotional, financial, or even health burdens that seem to come from our parents or grandparents? Let's imagine a very practical example. A family where the father struggled with alcoholism. Perhaps the children grew up in a difficult environment, where alcohol brought financial problems, constant arguments, and, unfortunately, a chain of behaviors that repeat themselves. When these children grow up, it's possible that, without intervention, they follow the same path and become alcoholics. Would this be a curse passed down from father to child? The term curse in the Bible often refers to what we today call hereditary traits or psychological predispositions. In Exodus 34:7, we see that God maintains mercy to thousands, forgives iniquity, transgression, and sin, yet does not leave the guilty unpunished, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, and the children's children to the third and fourth generation. This verse shows that the actions of parents have a lasting impact, but it also shows that God's mercy is greater. The curse can be seen as the natural consequence of living outside God's will, manifesting in behaviors passed down from father to child. Interestingly, modern psychology and psychoanalysis explain something similar, suggesting that family traits and behavior patterns can influence the lives of descendants. Just like the Bible, psychology acknowledges that these patterns can be broken. No, you didn't misunderstand. Both the Bible and modern psychology agree that while someone may inherit certain tendencies, we are not condemned to follow those paths. In Romans 12:2, we are urged to not conform to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of our mind. This means that despite the predispositions we may inherit, it is up to us to choose a new path. For example, if someone comes from a family where addiction is common, they may feel this inclination, but they have the power to seek help, get involved in a faith community, and be transformed through the power of the Holy Spirit. This is free will. God, in His wisdom, gave us the power of choice. As Deuteronomy 30:19 tells us, He sets before us life and death, blessing and curse, and invites us to choose life. We have the freedom to seek help, change behaviors, and renew our minds to follow a different path. Dear friends, what I want to emphasize is that God gave us free will precisely because He believes in our ability to choose good, even in the face of challenges that seem hereditary. The generational curse is not a sentence, but an opportunity to demonstrate our faith and trust in God's transformative power. So, look at your lives and identify the patterns that seem to have been passed down from generation to generation. It could be fear, poverty, addiction, or family conflict. Remember that God has set before us life and death, blessing and curse, and He urges us to choose life. The choice is yours, and God's promise is that if you choose life, He will be with you to help you break any chains that bind you to the past. As Jesus said in John 8:36, "So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed." Choose freedom, choose life, and may God bless you as you use the gift of free will to create a new future for yourself and your family. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the upcoming content because we have videos every day. God bless you and your family.